everyone's well. Hope everyone's good. Okay, I'm just doing a quick live video, um, basically just to let you all know that um, it's about Nicholas Humphreys. So, once you want to know the situation about my first video, um, just bear with me. I'm just quickly checking some things out here on Facebook, trying to invite some people. Dee, dee, dee. Okay, so basically what I'm going to do, I'm just going to let you know on my first video. Now, on my first video of Burton on Trent Council and Trent on Derve, Staffordshire, on the first video where the council tried to put me in the bed with my son and blah 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 blah, and made me homeless. Now, on that video, it states about Nicholas Humphreys. Now, a lot of you are private messaging me talking about that case. Now, that's what I'm going to talk about. Now, Nicholas Humphreys in Burton on Trent, I rented a property of them. Now, this is them. Don't know if you can see it with the light. Nicholas Humphreys. They're in Burton on Trent in the town. Now, my advice to you is not to go with them. That's my big advice. Now, basically, what happened there is that I went to them to get a private property. They gave me one, and after so many months, we ended up having problems with the property. That's the property where I was hit and striked with my son over carbon dioxide poisoning. Now, um, we were fitted out of that building because of the carbon dioxide poisoning and toxic fumes. But let me start from the beginning of the situation. Now, when we first moved in there, everything was fine. We had a few problems with the state of the house, but they did promise us that they will upgrade it. New carpets, new doors, new this, new that, new bath, and everything else. So that's why we took the house on. Now, basically, what's happened now is this. On that last video, it stated that they owe me deposit, and the deposit's gone. Don't know where. They don't know where, but it's gone, and I'm not entitled for it now. I don't know how it works, but yeah, I've got a receipt. Basically, when I first moved in there was problems. There was problems with the door. There was a letterbox missing. The cold was coming in. We had rats and mice. We were dealing with a lad called James from Nicholas Humphreys. Now, I've got their second names, but I am not going to put it over social media. I'll give you the first names. I know a lot about them. I have pictures of them. I have their profile pictures. I know their Facebooks, Twitter, everything. But I'm not going to socialise all that over social media. I'm just going to give you their first names. Now, when James was on the case, and he's the one who signed the contract up with me, my paper has disappeared after he left. So we ended up getting Matt involved. I don't know why he left us. I think the story to it was because we kept on putting complaints in. James never dealt with the problems, and we believe he's been sacked. But what they're telling us is completely different. But I know what really happened. But Matt come on the scene. We told him about the rats and mice. He said in so many words that the rats and mice and get over it. I was like, if they bite me or my son, they carry diseases, fleas, and this and that. He basically said, I watch too much TV. Apparently, rats and mice don't do none of that. So we ended up sticking it out. They ended up getting some pet control people out to deal with the rats and mice. Landlord ended up giving up because it was costing a lot of money, and they were coming out every day nearly due to the matter. So that caused problems for us on that case. Rats and mice never got solved. Amanda, the manager, got involved. She didn't believe none of it, one bit. So we went one step higher, and we went to I don't know if you know him, but they work for the council, but they don't work for the council. They are council, but they work for the trend and standards for private properties and landlords. Nothing to do with the council side of things or houses. And basically, what they've done, we ended up getting a girl out from the council trend and standards housing team, and she come out and took photos. Now I've got pictures here, and I'm going to show you the pictures. I don't know whether you'll be able to make them out, but if you see here, this is how I got the house given to me. And they turned around when I signed the contract. They turned around and said that we'll get the stuff updated, new carpets, new doors, but they never did. But here it all is. So you see the doors coming off the hinges here. The carpet's all stained, mold going at the doors. The carpet was all mouldy and wrecked and everything from the last owners, and then the doors all cracked and rotted away. Here you'll see the letterbox with no letterbox, so the cold people can look in my letterbox. We've got some fire alarms that were basically, we were told by the fire brigade that they're not real fire alarms. They're real fire alarms, but they're old school. You basically need it's a new technology now. So they were out of the door. So they told me to get in touch with the landlord and get new ones. Now you're not going to really see it much, but yeah, everything was all wrecked, holes in the doors and everything. Now on the next page, there's more. Now all these complaints were dropped, logged, door crack, come off the hinges. This door fell on my mum and my son. It come off the hinges and fell off us, and we complained about it. Now you see the pipes here that underneath around the house there was near the boiler and everything. Now they were hot pipes. Now by law you're meant to have a sponge or a polystyrene or something around it to stop kids touching it so it burns you from the radiators and stuff like that. And they refused it. They said don't let your kids near it. Okay, now here you see the bath at the bottom. Now the bath was all stained and dirty, and basically they said they'll renew it all and that. So it just got worse and worse. We've got here, this is our shower. Now the shower, this is our air vent, never worked. So when you had a steaming hot bath or shower or anything like that, there was nowhere the steam getting out of, or the dampness and that. So it was wrecking the walls from the dampness. We have to leave the doors open, the windows open, and everything else. Now this is the shower, and basically what's happened, the water used to run into there. Now when you've got the box of that shower, there's a box. Inside that box you turn it on and turn it off. Inside there's cables. Water's going inside. You know what that means. 2 and 2 electrocuted, boom, always cut our power off. So we took it to hire people because no one was interested in our case. And then we got Lucy. Now Lucy was on my other videos about rehousing me and stuff like that. Now this is a complete different Lucy, so heads up on that one. This Lucy is from the Trandon Standards housing team that does for private properties and that, to get the landlord going and say, look, pull your finger out your ass or we're going to sue. Now she took photos. She even said it weren't suitable for me and my kid. Due to the problems and everything else, she seen it with her own eyes. She saw the rats and the mice and everything. Now Amanda from Nicholas Humphreys started getting involved, started dealing with it because Matt was so shit at his job, and she done some parts, but then some parts weren't done. But then me and my son got hit by the boiler near our sink. Our boiler packed up, and we ended up having fumes going in the house. Excuse me. And we went to me, my mum, my dad, even my son started getting ill. Everyone started getting ill, poorly. And we were like, it's got to be coming from the boiler, but no one listened to us. Well, I ended up in hospital, and my son was in poorly as well, and my son ended up staying with his mum, and then decided the boiler get fixed. No one would fix it. The boiler man who used to come out, he basically thought he knew the job, but he didn't. He was one of them dodgy people. Thinks he knows it. Bought the t-shirt. Now he's got a fucking license. What's just made up by pen and paper, by fake government. And basically, it was just like a builder, Bob the Builder, dodgy person. And he kept on saying everything's fine, everything's fine. So we ended up going behind their back to get another company involved to deal with this boiler situation. And I was ill, very, very ill. Dizziness, sick, you name it, pains in my head a lot. Turns out I was hit with carbon dioxide poisoning. My son was hit with carbon dioxide poisoning. They ended up putting a note on the door saying that I had to leave the property because it's life and death. And the bloke from the British Gas turned around and said to me, basically turned around and said, it's these people here anyway. They turned around and said, you're not even going to see it, that I had to go, basically. And they turned around and said that basically that I'm surprised you're still alive. Basically, you and your son are still alive, but you can't stay here tonight. You've got carbon dioxide fumes going around the house, and it's going. They had the testers out. It was going from 69 to 195, and we're like, what the fuck? And it was just beeping constantly. Then it went up to 200 to 400, back to 200. The fumes was everywhere. So we ended up leaving the property. Now, it wasn't fit state for me to go back there after that. And the rats, mice, it was stressing us all out. My kid was getting poorly. I was getting ill, and Nicholas Humphreys weren't interested. So we ended up taking it further actions. Didn't get far on it. And then when we did go back there to sort out bits and bobs, Nicholas Humphreys did finally agree that they'll give us a new bath, new shower, and get new fire alarms put in. That's it at the minute. So I was like, okay, no worries. They got the doors done, and they bolted the doors. Didn't give me no new doors. All they did is screwed it in with brackets. Still cracked, and it still could be moved, but it was just Bob's job. So I was like, okay, fair enough. So at the end, I had enough. So when the council heard, because the Trent Standard people got hold of the council, so did the gas people and everyone, and Nicholas Humphreys refusing it, saying, no, we're not going to help you. Just stay there. You'll be all right. Just leave your windows open. Now, the council, this is where the council in Burton-on-Trent, Staffordshire, Trent-on-Duff got involved. Lucy, this is another Lucy now that works for the council, not the Trent Standards. Lucy offered me from the council, Trent-on-Duff, Burton-on-Trent, homeless team, turned around and said, we've got a flat for you above the shop. Now, if you watch my first video of Burton-on-Trent Council, Trent-on-Duff, you will see me mentioning about Nicholas Humphreys, about the situation of my house, and then where the council come into it. That's where that bit come in. So this video is that bit, basically, and that bit is this bit. Gobbledygooch. Yeah, it's all confusing. So at the end, Lucy says, we've got a one-bedroom flat for you and your son to stay at until the carbon dioxide is sorted and the property's cleared up better for you. At the same time, the landlord was selling the house, so they said that I couldn't take on the flat because I'll be in rent arrears on my other property. So I was like, in that case, then how am I going to cover 2 lots of rents? I can't do it. You're looking at over £1,000, maybe more. I might as well find another property and just put it all on that. Well, Lucy did advise me to hand my notice in for 2 weeks with the landlord and move into the flat. So I said, okay, no problem. So we did that because all the problems with the rats and mice and so on and so on and so on. And the time we did all that, we handed the keys in and they photocopied it. They gave me my contract, but if you look, I don't know if you're going to see it. If you look, it says here, now this is my deposit. This is what's gone missing. Now, when I handed my 2 weeks notice in, I went with my dad and mum to get the keys for the flat. That's when it all went tits up. Oh, we can't give you the flat now. Well, why is that? You just gave me, you just made me give up my fucking house. What the fuck's going on? The flat's not suitable for you. It's known for gun crimes, druggies, and prostituting and targeting areas. You just made me give up my house. So that's where it all went tits up. So if you watch my other videos, this is where it all fucked up from there on. Basically, I'm doing this live broadcast today just to let you know that on that video I stated that I was still fighting for my deposit on 134 Derby Street, Burton on Trent, and my deposit's disappeared. Now Amanda was holding my deposit, and then I found it out Amanda's no longer working there, and because she no longer works there, I'm not entitled for my deposit. It's gone. Well, where's it gone? I want my deposit. You know, that's what we signed for. There's nothing we could do. Okay, so I hope she enjoys that money because I know she's got it. Now, like I said, I know what she looks like. I've got her pictures. I've got everything about that woman, and Max and James. But like I said, I'm not going to be blasting it all out there. I'll just have to give their names. They know who they are because they're watching me. They watch my broadcasts, they watch my videos, and they think they've got the last laugh. But what they don't realise, they haven't, because their first name is out on social media. But when my DVD comes out, first name, second name will be out, and your pictures will be announced on them DVDs. So heads up on that one, yeah. So give us thumbs up. So, and you know, and when I do get my live broadcasting show going, my radio station, I will be mentioning your second names then. So, you know, and you can't fucking do me or sue me for it for shit because I'll be licensed and authorised. And for my rights, it's my protection, your protection, and everyone else's protection that you stole money from me. So, if you look here, keys were handed in. They said they'll get back to me. Never got no phone call back. But look here, it says not got back deposit of 395. The rest of it is just saying when I've handed in the keys on that date, who dealt with the case and everything else. Now, when I handed the keys in with my mum and dad as witness, and we recorded on that scene, they wouldn't take the keys. They kept on telling me to keep hold of it. The reason why they do that is so they could get more money out of you. My advice to you is this: do not sign up with Nicholas Humphreys in Burton on Trent. Now, they did a Facebook page, and I gave them a 1 star. I explained the situation, and I gave them 1 star and a pouring rate. They deleted it. Did it again. They deleted it. So I did a shorter term and message. They deleted it. So I thought, okay, fair enough. Their page got deleted. They opened up a new page, and then everyone put an essay in about how they've been treated. Now, I did another post on that page, and they deleted my post, but they left everyone else's post up there. And there must have been about 116 people, if that. Yeah, there's more than 100. I know that, but let's just say 95 to 100 max. But there was more. Had the same issues that I had. They never received their deposit back, or there was problems with the house, or when they finally were moved to another property for new life or whatever, you get a guarantor or a reference say how good you were, good tenants and shit. They gave them a bad attendant name, saying they were useless, didn't clean up, they made holes in the walls and stuff like that. So a lot of people have problems with these. My advice to you is do not go to Nicholas Humphreys to rent a property or buy a property off them. They're shifty, they're dodgy. There's my receipt. They've stolen my money. They won't give me my money back. So that could have done me and my son a B&B off the streets. You know what I'm saying? You know, that could have been another deposit on another private property. You know, I could have found the other half easily. But heads up, Nicholas Humphreys, do not go with them. Do not sign up for a property with them. They are based in Burton on Trent, Staffordshire, in the town centre. next to a camera shop behind or in front of the peacocks and everything. Yeah, you got all the shops. If you live in Burton on Trent, you know where it is. So anywhere with Nicholas Humphreys in Burton on Trent, do not sign up with them. Don't even look at a house, because what they'll do, they'll guide you in. Oh yeah, you'll get your deposit. Hold on, let me get a pen. Yeah, you get your deposit. We just need you to sign here, sir. Yeah, you'll get your deposit. Because we're genuine people, we want the customers. We want to make you welcome. We'll give you extra back. We will give you this. We'll do this. We 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 do this. Sign here, please. We will make your life happy. You signed it like a twat. When you want to move out, that's when they go. There's no deposit. Not enough proof. But I've got a receipt. Not enough proof. We never heard of you. A bit like the government. We never heard of you. Don't go with Nicholas Humphreys. Bad people. That's it. They've stolen my money. £395. You know, that could have done me and my son, but hey ho, you know what? Christmas has just come around the corner. So how about this message from Nicholas Humphreys? Amanda, I know you watch me quite a lot, and Max and James and all the rest of you cowards in that building. I hope you enjoy your Christmas money as a gift. That's a gift for me and my son. You enjoy it, and maybe buy yourself a proper makeup bag to make yourself look gorgeous, or even better, dress up smarter. You have a fab Christmas. Make sure you get a lot of heating in that house where you live at. Um, Big roast dinners and everything, and just think about the poor people that you scammed and robbed, and you took right in there. You fit in. And my advice to you, and I hope this video ambushes like the rest of my videos, that £395, you enjoy it and make the most of it. But I'll make sure I will never come back, and I'll make sure I let everyone else know. And I know I have plenty of people on my friends list reporting me, sharing my videos, that have probably had the same problem with Nicholas Humphreys, but probably worse. And well, more proof, more evidence, more people. You guys are going to be out of business as soon as you know it. Nicholas Humphreys, Burton on Trent. Do not sign up with them. Do not get any houses off them. Don't be fooled. So heads up. People to look out for is Amanda, who works for Nicholas Humphreys. She was a manager at the time. And Max and James. James no longer works there. I've been told Amanda's no longer working there earlier. So that's where my deposit's probably gone, on holiday. But I think she still works there, but she's trying to cover her tracks because she's meant to give me a call back about the deposit and she never did. So my message to you guys is enjoy my money, enjoy my son's money, how you stole it from us, and basically never getting back to us now. So, and thank you for um, the proper guys that dealt with the house, who was dealing with the house on behalf of my mum and dad and everyone. I think they were the British Gas from a different town, and they come over and helped. Thank you for alerting us that we had toxic fumes in our body. Due to um, due to you guys, we would have, you've helped us out. You got us out when you could. If it was Amanda and Nicholas Humphreys and the council and everything, well, we would have been dead today. We would have been dead. That's that. But as for Nicholas Humphreys, Burton on Trent, do not sign up with them. That's them guys. Do not sign up with them. Do not, please. They will kill you. Trust me on that. They nearly killed me and my son. But other than that, and they stole my deposit, and now it's gone. But yet, like my paperwork, when I first signed up with them, it vanished. It disappeared when James left, and now my money's gone. So you enjoy that deposit, make the most of it, and yeah, everyone who lives in Burton on Trent, please do share my video, my live streaming, and everything else. And if most of you are confused about this live stream, do watch my other videos. And my first video, you'll see where Burton on Trent, Trent on Dove Council, Nicholas Humphreys was mentioned on that video. But other than that, I don't know what else to say. I hope they have a great Christmas. They enjoy my money and my son's money. Do not sign up with Nicholas Humphreys. Trust me, you will regret it. And I know plenty of people out there, as failed in the same trap. Other than that, I hope you all have a good weekend and be safe and keep smiling. Have a good one.